Okay, for this particular problem, we're going to start by reading the problem. A back-to-back stem and leaf plot compares two data sets by using the same stems for each data set. Leaves for the first data set are on one side, while leaves for the second data set are on the other side. The back-to-back stem and leaf plot shows the salaries in thousands of all lawyers at two small law firms. And I've gone ahead and opened up the icon to view the plot. And we're looking at this right here, and what you need to remember is this right here is going to be the stem. Okay, that's your stem. And on either side are your leaves. So this one right here, this is going to be the leaf for law firm A. And then this is going to be the leaf for law firm B. And basically, when I look at this, let's start with this 9 here. That's going to represent 90,000. And I can look at this one right here, which means that that will be 91,000. And I can do the same thing for law firm B, and I also have 91,000 there. So this right here is going to be my stem. And we know that this is the leaf obtained from the table. So the first question is, what are the lowest and highest salaries at law firm A and at law firm B? So that's what we're going to do now, is go ahead and figure that out. So when I look at this, here's my stem for the lowest salary. I'm going to come to the left and I look at this and I see that 91,000 is going to be the lowest salary. So that's what I'm going to put in right here. Now, what's the highest salary going to be? Well, I'm coming down here to the 20, which is going to represent 200,000. And that's going to be just my stem. And then I look at this 3. So instead of 200,000, I'm looking at 203,000 for the highest salary at law firm A. And now I need to do the same thing for law firm B. Well, once again, the lowest salary is going to be right here, and that's going to be represented as 91,000. And then the highest salary is going to be right in here for this stem, which is going to give me 190,000. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type that information in to make sure that that's what we're looking at. And then the next part is going to be how many lawyers are in each firm. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. And we can look at this part of the question. Let me minimize that. We'll bring it over here. How many lawyers are at firm A? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to count all the leaves. So I'm going to have 1, 2, and that's 5. That's 7. Plus 5 is 12. That's 14. Plus 1 is 15. Plus another 15. That's 30 lawyers at law firm A. And then we'll come over here and we'll count all the leaves for this law firm. And I've got 2, 4. That's 7. That's 11. That's 15. That's 24, 25, 32 lawyers at law firm B. And then the last thing that we're going to have to do for this particular problem is go ahead and compare the distribution of the salaries at the two firms. And that's going to be this part right here. And once again, that's going to be a little big, so we're going to have to shrink that down just a bit so that it's not in the way, and move it down here. And if I look at the distribution for both of these firms, I'm going to notice something very distinct. This particular firm is going to have a distribution that's huddled here, and then again huddled over here, whereas this distribution is going to be one more symmetric hill. And so then I look at these choices. At law firm A, the salaries tend to fall in the middle, which we know that is not true since this is the middle. Part B, the salaries of both firms are clustered at the opposite ends of this distribution. That's not true because for law firm B, they tend to be a uniform distribution. At law firm B, the salaries tend to fall in the middle of the distribution. And law firm A, the salaries tend to be clustered at the far ends of the range. And that is true because of the way I've gone ahead and drawn my little distributions, clustered at the top, the bottom end, and clustered at the top end here, and then this just falls out in the middle. So this would be the answer for the problem, would be part C.